In this Mishnah, Ben Zoma tells us that a wise person is someone who learns from everybody. One way of understanding this Mishnah is in the words of Maimonides, that you should receive the truth from whoever says it. That's why Maimonides was quite at home, accepting arguments from Aristotle and Al-Farabi, Al-Ghazali and Ibn Rushd, as well as from the great sages of our tradition. He had no shame in looking beyond the contours of the Jewish sages to accept truth from wherever it comes. That's certainly one message that you could learn from Ben Zoma, but I think there might be something else going on here. Ben Zoma doesn't simply say, accept the truth from wherever it comes. He says, learn from everybody, even, presumably, people who don't have anything true to say, even from people whose philosophy and ideas, whose ethics and wisdom is completely wrong in all regards. You have to learn from everybody. How so? Why? Ben Zoma quotes a verse, Mikol melamdai hiskalti. From all of my teachers I understood something. From all of my teachers I gathered something. Ki eidotecha, because your laws speak to me, or because your laws are my endeavor, my pursuit. But the word for laws there is eidotecha, your testimony. It's a biblical word for laws, testimony. But just like in English, testimony also is what a witness gives you. If we take to heart the idea that every single human being is created b'tselem Elokim, in the image of his or her maker, then we have to recognize that every single human being that we meet is almost like a witness bearing testimony to God's image and to God's greatness. If you view the world as so many of the Hasidic masters did, as something like a story unraveling in the world, in the mind of God, then every single person that you meet is a character in the story that God is telling. And just like in a good story, every character is an expression of something that the author wants to convey. Every single human being is an expression of something that his or her author wants to convey. Are you able to walk the streets of this world and look at every single human being as a witness of God's greatness, as a walking image of God on earth? If that's the way in which you learn from all people, you never look at a person as if they're an incidental character, but you look at each and every person as if they're the main character of a story that God is telling in their lives, then you're going to be learning from them. Not in terms of what they have to tell you. Some people have to tell you important things, some people don't. That's just in terms of what they say to you. But in terms of who they are, in terms of why they are, and in terms of why God brings them into your life, are you able to see them all as witnesses of God's greatness?